wanted to say that I'm really grateful to have been given the opportunity to teach art as often as I do. It's been really, it's been a really important part of my life, I think. And I think today's subject is probably an important part of a lot of people's lives. We're celebrating National Pet Month with a whole bunch of different kinds of pets. We got a turtle, a fish, a goldfish, a hamster, a lizard, a parrot, a snake, and two dogs and two cats. So we're going to get started. We're going to draw them and then we're going to color them in. Um, so yeah, you guys can hear me okay? Am I too low? I hope I'm not too low. Oh, I forgot to mention we have a rabbit, a little sleepy bunny. Okay, so what I like to do with a drawing like this is I like to sort of block out like where each figure is going to go. So this is our like German Shepherd dog here. And I'll draw a darker line so you guys can see it on my camera, hopefully. I just drew an oval. I got a cat here, so I'm gonna draw that there. I have a parrot over here, another cat over here. We got a snake here. Got my goldfish. Got my hamster. My bunny. We're gonna put that guy there. Gonna put our dog there and our lizard over there. And I think that we can actually. This eraser is not good. It's very dirty. It's leaving smudge marks all over my paper. But I don't have a clean eraser, or I can't find one besides on the end of my pencil. I actually want to let me put the hamster here, and then we'll put the turtle here. I kind of want to like, the rabbit and the hare are next to each other, but the turtle's awake and the rabbit is sleeping. Wait, but that's how it is in the story, right? The rabbit takes a nap. Okay. So that's like, how many shapes is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 11 shapes. I'm going to start with what I think is the easiest one, which is the snake. So yeah, just one fell swoop like that. This right here is going to be the head of the snake. And you want to like follow the curve of its body. So I think it will be easier for me to do that on the outside. Oh, whoa. And then anywhere you feel like your line is kind of wonky, you can just sort of like draw another line and then edit it. That's our snake right there. Our little guy's done. We're gonna give him a smiley face. He's happy. He's very happy. Next, we're gonna do our fishbowl. So because we drew a circle, it's not going to be that complicated. My microphone is like in my way. I need to move it so I can get my wrist here. So I want to retrace most of the circle here that we have going on and leave like the top part open. this is just for representational purposes. If you have a fish, you should not keep them in still water. That's very dangerous for any type of fish. There's no fish that can survive long in still water. They need running water with plenty of hiding places and lots of space. But we're not going to draw all that. We're just going to draw our fish in a bowl because we're keeping it simple. So inside we got our fish. It's going to be like a teardrop on its side like that. For its tail fin, we're going to draw two lines going out and then connect it with a curve. Right? And then we got the side fin in the back here, and we're going to draw another teardrop for its side fin in the front. We're going to mark out its face here and then its top fin. And again, he's a happy guy. We're going to give him a smile, maybe some bubbles, just some circles. And then, we got to have some like sand. And then some type of aquatic plant. My neighbor's dog is barking outside. It's been barking a lot lately. I think they just got a dog or something. And we're gonna draw the line of like where the water ends here, up there. That's our fish. Love him. Next, let's do this dog. So it's kind of a furry dog, like a shaggy dog. It reminds me of like a dachshund, but I think it's a little too furry to be. So we're gonna start off with an oval for its head, and I want its head, like the top, to be wider than its snout, or I want its snout to be more narrow, and it's facing that way. And then we're going to curve down like for the neck and the belly. It's kind of like a long bean shape. Like a pea pod kind of shape here. And so then from the end here, we'll draw top of the tail. And then we'll draw some spiky lines to show its shaggy fur. We got one leg coming out here. And then we got another leg on the opposite side. So we're sort of curving back that way. And we're going to draw its hind legs. So that's going to start with a curve here. This shape is like a hook. And then we're going to go straight down, almost like a lightning bolt kind of shape. And this curve is going to go all the way over. And that's our front hind leg. And then in the back, we'll draw a diagonal line with the hind leg going out like that. So those are his legs, which is pretty much like most of the dog. We got some big shaggy ears, so we'll just draw some curves with some spiky lines. going over, and then we want to further define the snout, so we want to have the nose here. We're gonna draw, it kind of looks like a reindeer to me. And then we're going to draw its fur. It has like two-tone fur, so its first patch is going to go from its nose down over its belly here, and then it's going to end at its first front leg here, and then we're going to have some more go up to its hind leg there. We'll have some more fur color changing. Sort of like that. This guy is going to have eyebrows or like fur in that shape, in that sort of shape. So that's our top dog right there. Let's get into this cat down here. Let's get into her. She's next to our snake. So we're gonna start with an oval, and then we're gonna bring the top of it up to like a gentle mound. Not quite a point. It's not a pointy head, but it's more triangular. We're gonna make a hook shape there. And we're going to start with a perpendicular line here. We're going to bring that all the way down to make its front two legs right here. A nice little curve for the other leg. And then right on that, we'll draw a curve for its hind leg. And then from this hook that we drew earlier, we'll connect the back of this cat to its hind leg over there. I think I want to like have this line come out a little bit. It's gonna have some fur, some different fur color on its face. I think this is like a Siamese cat or something. We're gonna draw its little face here. A little cutie. And then two triangles for its ears. And also we need its tail. And it got like a bushy tail. So one curve like that, and then another curve coming from the same spot and just like coming out. So that's all bushy basically. It's all bush. And we'll do the pinks of the ears too, which is just a smaller triangle that matches. Okay, so I think we will do this turtle. I'm going to start with a curve along the bottom of my oval. And the part that's a little longer, we'll draw its head, and then we'll have that line sort of melt back in to our original line here. And then we're gonna draw its legs. So this leg is in the front, and that leg is in the back. And this leg is going to be in the back. And this leg is going to be in the front here. So, yeah. And then we'll draw the shell as well. And we'll make like I don't know what this is called. There's like sort of a ribbon that goes around the shell, like a buffer. Some turtles have tails, so I'm gonna give our turtle a tail, just a little triangle. And then for the shell pattern, we're gonna draw a curve and then 3 lines going out. And we're gonna give our little guy a smiley face because he's so happy. Up here we got a bunny. So on the right side here, or I guess it's on the left for you guys. It's kind of tripping me out. My camera footage is mirrored. But on this side, we'll draw the head for the bunny. And then we'll get the body going. It's just like a little puffball. Like a little bean. So we got that marked out. So we're going to draw our hind leg with a curve. It's going to go in, and then the foot is going to come right out from that. So, oh goodness. And then here we got its front legs. So we'll just draw it like that. We got its bushy tail. And then its ears. So I don't know how to describe this shape, to be honest. Like when I think about like it kind of has a bend to it, and of course the top is round. And then our bunny is sleeping. So we're gonna give it some closed eyes. We're gonna mark its nose, and yeah, and I think I'm gonna move this eye over a little bit. Yep, that's our bunny. We're moving on to our hamster. This little guy. Basically 2 circles on top of each other. Like that. And one circle, the bottom circle is like bigger than the top circle. So we're gonna like give him some fat cheeks on the side here, on each side. And its cheeks are gonna go out further than the sides of its body. Because that's how chubby he is. We're gonna do like some little feet and just a slight curve to connect them. And then we're gonna draw 2 triangles with a curved end to draw. It's like it's holding its hands together. And then we got 2 little baby ears. That's our hamster. So small. So little. Up here or down here, we're gonna draw a parrot. I know a lot of people that have pet parrots, or a few people that do. I think this might be the most difficult one to draw. So I'll try to go as slow as possible. This is a J shape. We're going to make a rounded corner here, but it's going to go out like this. That is the shape of the body of our parrot, right? We'll draw its face right now. Kind of want to cut out like a little patch there. And then we want its beak.
Say, Gerard wants to know if you're drawing every animal.
Every animal? Like ever? No. I'm just drawing animals that are common for people to have as pets.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I know a lot of people that have parrots as pets. My piano teacher used to have a parrot as a pet. And he would like sing along with her. Yeah. All right. We can make this easier. We can have a closed wing, I think. I don't think we need to have its wings open. So for a closed wing, it's very easy. It's that shape right there. And yeah, and we're gonna draw its, I mean, like this is weird because I've done an entire lesson of just drawing a bird, so you know, we're gonna draw its legs there, and we need a little perch for it to stand on, so we're just gonna draw a twig. Oh, and for its beak, you want to have it like come around. It doesn't just stop at the line of its body because the beak is on the face, kind of. So yeah, that's our parrot. We're gonna draw like a lizard kind of guy here. Very dinosaur-like in appearance. So I drew almost like a snake, like in attack position sort of line. It has a small narrow face, and then it just has like a back like that, like a really long tail. So it got a hind leg because it can still walk. And then we got a front leg here. And then the other front leg on the other side. It has a belly color. And we're gonna give him a smile, and we're gonna give him spikes all down the back. I'm not following the right line. So we got two animals to go. We got a cat and a dog. So This is a shape for the cat, generally. And this cat is going to be looking up, probably at the lizard. I don't know. This is definitely a curious cat. I'm going to draw its ears. Maybe that's too big. Maybe it's too big. Yeah, I like those more. The shape of the cat is almost like a big open eye, if you think about it. The shape of the cat's head. It has a spot on the side of its face. We're gonna draw a line going out. On the other side because my hamster is there. Right? We're gonna draw a line, and then here we're gonna draw that hind leg. Hind legs, it's kind of fun to draw, I think. It's such a fun shape. And then I'm gonna draw its two front legs here. It's being sort of like intercepted by its hind leg. We're gonna put, there's a spot here on its back, and then its tail is not as bushy as the other cat's tail, but still a fluffy tail. And we're gonna draw another spot on that. And then because I said our cat is looking up, we're gonna have its eyes closer to the top of its head. And its mouth, like it's just sort of scrunched up over there, right? And then on to our German Shepherd, which is not that difficult to draw. He's not that hard. Sort of like a curve, an arch. You got tall, pointy ears, and they have a little curve on the bottom end of it. You want to make sure that they land symmetrically. I kind of went down a little too far there. Doing some erasing to make this clear for me a little bit. So sort of like halfway down its face here, we got its snout in the front and its big nose. We also want to draw the like the different color of its fur. And then we're gonna have like a line coming down from the ear. Well, let's actually draw the inside of the ear too, really quick. Okay. And then we got like the rest of the neck here. It kind of looks like a llama right now, I'm not gonna lie. which I guess would be another cool pet to have, although they're kind of difficult. They're not that friendly.
And you need a lot of room.
Yes. So those are its front legs and that space right there, and then its hind legs are like almost like how a frog would sit down. Like that. This line here was important for me because it begins like the dark colored fur and it connects onto the legs as well. So, and then we're gonna draw its tail. Line up like that. Those are our animals, our pets. I hope if you have a pet that I drew one of them here. I would like to outline them with Sharpie, but you don't have to. Just because my lines are very sketchy. And when I do this, I like to go from left to right because I'm right-handed and doing it this way avoids any smudging. So yeah, I'm just outlining my guys. I got my lizard outlined. He's so cute. We're gonna do our bunny. There's so many bunnies around Crestwood. You can find them like so easily. I think we're gonna keep a disconnect, like a broken line there on purpose because the entire bunny is one color. Right here we got our dog, our like dachshund kind of dog. I will say that being able to line my sketches took me a lot of practice. Um, because I know that when you're starting out as an artist, you're not really confident in your level of like hand stability and things like that. And beyond just telling you to practice, my advice is to not be afraid to have a weird line. Sometimes our lines are weird, and that's okay. Never drew the inside of the ears on this cat, so I'll just draw them right now. You know, if you have a weird line, it's not the end of the world. And I guarantee that most people won't notice it anyway. The other thing, for stability's sake, you definitely want to have your elbow resting on the table when you line your work. And you want to go slow and steady almost, which is why I love lining with Sharpie pen because it's so bold. It just forces you to like suck it up almost. So, you know, if you're someone that's left-handed, you should definitely line from right to left because if we're resting our elbow on our surface, that means that we're going to be dragging it over our paper all the time. That's another reason why I like to use Sharpie because they're less prone to smudging and smearing. But I like to be on the safe side. And I just want it to be clear that while I am taking my time, I am still being kind of fast. I'm not dwelling on any one line too much. I'm not being indecisive because I already drew the piece. So there's nothing to be unsure about. You don't have to use a Sharpie pen either. You can use like a ballpoint pen if you like. They make line art pens as well, but you could literally just use like an office pen if that's the most readily available resource to you. Okay, we're going to draw our, or line, I should say, front legs there. If you have really sketchy lines like me, line art is a really great way to be very clear about what your lines are, what your shapes are. Unfortunately, my parrot cuts in front of my German Shepherd, which was a mistake, but it's nothing we can do about it now. It's just standing on the twig here. Two more left. And my hand is kind of cramping, which is a sign that I'm putting too much pressure. I think the other thing, like when you practice lining, you want to practice doing one long continuous line. It doesn't have to be straight. A lot of these lines that I'm drawing are curved, but you want them to be drawn continuously because if you were to draw a line in little bits and pieces, it would look very scratchy. Which, of course, is fine if that's what you're going for, if that's your style. But for something simple like this, we really want bold, continuous lines. Definitely have to crack my fingers after that. Um, now would be the step to erase all your sketch lines and then color your pets in. And you could even give them names, write names for them next to them in the Sharpie marker. I feel like if I ever were to get a pet turtle, which I have thought about before, because I love turtles, I would name it Tucker. I feel like this cat name should be Belle. And I'm going to name the snake Sylvia. I want the hamster's name to be Henry, just as a few examples. You don't have to name them the same things that I name them. They're your pets. You drew them. Now you can color this in however you like. We sort of made our own coloring sheet with this. I have both colored pencils and markers. And I know that for our snake Sylvia over here, let's make sure I got all my pencil lines erased off of her. I want to name my goldfish Greg. Lowercase. For Sylvia, it's gonna be a yellow snake, and I'm gonna take my marker and do it. It might be interesting to blend the two together. And I'll show that with Greg over there very quickly. So we got Greg here. We're going to use a marker to fill him in. The yellow marker. We're going to use a darker yellow marker that has some residue on it, actually. So now it's kind of like green, but that's okay. Maybe we'll do more of an orange. And then for its fins, we'll have red marker. Right? But because it's in a bowl, we don't want to leave the bowl uncolored. And this is where the colored pencils come in. I'm looking for this blue and then blue. So, we can color this in with our color pencils and it'll have an interesting effect on the eye that our fish, Greg, will pop out more against his backdrop. So I think anything you want to emphasize on your pets, you want to color in marker. And anything that you still want to have color but want to have de-emphasized, you color in colored pencil. Because colored pencil is a medium that lets a lot of the paper show through, versus a marker really like soaks the paper. So when I color with colored pencil, I do small circular strokes so that you can't tell which direction I'm coloring in. And it's especially easy for small areas like this, where I don't have to do small circular strokes like forever. I can just sort of fill in my space relatively quickly. We'll do this method again with our dash end up there. I don't know what to name it. I think Belle is a fox. No, she's a little cat. She just has a bushy tail. Because I don't think you can have a fox as a pet. But she does look fox-like. This is true. I think we're gonna leave the bubbles white. I'm gonna take my darker blue and just go around the edges. Of the bowl. to add some depth. Okay, so we have our dash on here. I don't know what to name it. I have this tan color that will be for its belly, or like its under fur. Let's make sure we got our pencil lines erased. All right. So we'll just fill in its under fur very quickly and easily. We don't even really have to pay attention to coloring inside the lines, except for like the boundaries of the dog's body. But like, yeah, right? Yeah. And then we take a brown marker and color in the top fur. And so it looks that much darker and bolder against the colored pencil. And this, with this marker, you want to be more careful about respecting the lines that you drew. Wow, I mean, this looks awesome. This is really satisfying to do. Don't you think? The only thing about this marker is that it's very opaque, so it will cover my Sharpie lines. I will have to like go over them again, but that's okay. Dog's nose is black. I picked up a blue marker. Where's my black marker? I can never find it. Ugh. Here it is, because it's like the whole marker is black, so it doesn't stand out to me. But yeah, I got a big black nose. Right? I think that's a really cool effect. We can do the same thing for like, because most of our animals here, most of our pets have different colors. So like for this cat here, the spots could be the marker color and the rest of the body could be colored pencil. I think the bunny can stay white. Or if you want a brown bunny or something, because I think bunnies come in other colors too. For Tucker, I don't know if I want. Let's see. We'll do it's like its underside with colored pencil and do the shell with marker.
Say, is there any last minute pointers? Because we're kind of coming out of time.
No, like I said, it would be fun to mix the marker and colored pencil together. Like Tucker's body is colored pencil and the shell is marker. To sort of, I just want you guys to think about what you want to emphasize and de-emphasize with color and texture and to have fun.